Okay. This story is from my childhood, of course, from when I was born up until I was 5 years old. That I literally could cry or laugh very hard and I would pass out unconscious. And there was times like one where my grandmother had me and I done it. I either was laughing or crying really hard. I'm not for sure exactly what happened. I just heard the story. And she threw me into the snow because there was this big snowstorm. And she just threw me into the snow thinking it would wake me up, which it didn't. So I'm like, thanks, Nanny. No, I'm kidding. But like to that nowadays, think about that grandmother on like headlines or something. Grandmother throws baby into the snow, unconscious. I'm like, yeah, right. But no, she wasn't meaning no harm. She was just really trying to get me to come too. But my mom probably made about 5,000 trips to the hospital with me laughing or crying really hard and passing out. And I know for a fact that my family was like every holiday we're like, oh my goodness, please let's make this holiday just right. Let's not make it too happy, but let's not make it too sad because Brandy might pass out. She might just like totally laugh really, really hard and just boom, there she goes. Or she might get stump her toe and like really cry and she's just out. Literally, I would just like fall backwards and be out of it. My cat's like on my backdrop. But but on my 5th birthday, I've never had that happen since. So the doctor was right. Still really don't know what it's called. If anybody else has done that when they were a child, where you laugh or cry real hard and you just pass out for a couple of minutes, please let me know because let me know I'm a little bit normal. But I have 2 children now. They don't do that. They don't. My son is a little bit of a drama person, but he has not done that. But, I mean, there's just so many stories of my mother. I would wake up, my mother would be rocking me, like, because he would tell her every time, she's going to breathe. She's not going to die. She's just passed out. She's not dead. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine a doctor telling me, just don't worry about your child passing out. Just wait for them to wake up. And just sitting there having to hold them and wait. But that's exactly what she did. And she's a nurse. She's an LPN. And I'm like, oh my goodness, her being a nurse and having to sit there and rock her child while she's passed out from laughing or crying really hard. Like my sister, there were some times that she was a little bit of cruelty going on where she would jerk my doll away from me and I would just bawl and then pass out. I'm like, thanks, sis. Thank you. Love you. I'm like, why do you want to do that? Or why don't somebody just tell me just a really funny joke and let's see how fast Brandy might go pass out. But I know that holidays were probably set around me till I was 5 that let's not really tell any jokes or anything because she'll pass out. Or let's make sure she went and play hide and seek. She might fall or something and skin her knee and she'll pass out. But luckily, I'm cured. I reckon, because I haven't had it happen since I was 5 years old. Doctor was right. Thank you, doctor. I'm not going to say his name. But still, it's just so weird. I'm kind of wondering why I did it. And if anybody else does it, it's like a known thing, like health thing, that I just don't know what it was. And like still don't know. I mean, it's just I'm curious if anybody else did it as a child. But um, I have another story. But I have had a couple seizures as I've been older. But if anybody else has had any passing out, laughing like really hard, or crying really hard, let me know where I know I'm not abnormal or anything, and let me know I have a little bit of normal stuff too. But thanks. This is my little story about my being a little drama baby, I guess. I mean, could not imagine being a parent and having to go through that. And if I could just remember most of it, because all I did was remember Freddie, come here, come here. He wants to be in the video. If I could remember all of it, mainly I remember, I remember everybody throwing cold stuff in my face. I do remember that, and I do remember looking up at my mother almost every single time, and her just singing to me. She loves to sing. And Freddie, if you don't quit, but but thank God my family is so good to me and everything. Because I mean, I was very, very, very big drama kid. So thanks for setting everything where we had perfect holidays and not too happy, not too sad, but it was just right. Thank you. Mwah. I love y'all. Bye.